empty spaces where we used to be. I walk these halls alone. Your voice just echoes on the phone. Same walls, same air, but you're not there. Not there. Not there. We're islands now, drifting somehow apart, apart. In empty rooms we try to feel something that used to be real. Empty rooms where I once blew. Empty rooms, our hearts consumed. I reach for you, but touch the cold. Our story's getting old, so old. We speak in silence now, forgotten how to hold each other close. What matters most, what matters most. We're islands now, drifting somehow apart. In empty rooms we try to feel something that used to be real. Empty rooms where love once blew. Empty rooms, our hearts consumed.
I remember when your laugh would fill these walls. Now I'm talking to myself in empty halls. We built this house of cards with distant calls. Watch it crumble as the final curtain falls. Distance grew between us day by day. Words got lost in static, fade away. What we had was real, but now it's gray.
In these empty rooms where we used to play, used to dance, used to fight, used to care. Now I'm searching for you, but you're not there. Just a ghost of what we thought we'd share. In these empty rooms, breathing empty air. Silence screams louder than our pain. Nothing left but the refrain. In empty rooms we try to feel something